Today we're here at the Edmonton Valley Zoo, and we've just concluded an examination of Lucy the elephant in conjunction with an outside expert, Dr. Jim Oosterhuis from the San Diego area. Dr. Oosterhuis is a veterinarian of 40 years experience, and virtually all of them in a zoo and wildlife background. So he's worked with elephants his entire career, and there's nobody better qualified to make judgments and observations on an elephant.
I was first asked to come here in 2002 to evaluate Lucy, and at that point in time we discussed a weight loss program for her, an exercise program, and a foot care program. And about 4 years ago when I came back, she was having a respiratory problem, and she actually breathed through her mouth, which is very unusual for an elephant, especially under exercise situations. On this visit, I'm very happy to say that she's at her correct weight. She looks great, and I think that this has really helped her overall health.
For Lucy's weight loss program, it has been a challenge for us because of Lucy's breathing. When you can't exercise intensely, it's a lot harder to lose weight. So we've been having to manage her weight loss program dietarily. We have consulted with a zoo nutritionist who created a special diet program for Lucy, and following that diet program, we have now finally achieved what we consider to be an ideal weight.
Anytime when you can take weight off, of course, if you have some arthritis in her legs, which she does, this has helped her in her arthritic situation also. And the other thing is that many times foot problems in elephants are related to being overweight and having lack of exercise. In this case, by having her lose some weight and increase her exercise, I think her foot problems are really well under control at this point in time. In fact, she doesn't really have any problems right now.
As far as Lucy's arthritis condition and her flexibility issues, we've worked hard to address all of those problems, and we have developed quite an extensive physiotherapy program for her, which includes exercise, stretching exercises, and one of the really interesting things that we've been doing has been using a Class 3B cold laser. It's a unique instrument in that it helps to diminish inflammation in joints, and we've been using that on her for a period of time, and I think we're really starting to see the benefits in terms of how flexible Lucy is and how well she moves.
I think that the respiratory problem that Lucy has is something that she will always have. She has developed it for some unknown reason. When I was here 2 years ago, she had a lot of mucus and a lot of exudate that she was passing, and that's virtually gone at this point in time. But still, just a minor amount of exercise and she's breathing through her mouth, and she'll actually have to stop and catch herself so she can breathe a little bit more through her mouth and get that oxygen deficit back in order for her to continue what she's doing. This is the biggest scare, because if you're ever to try to move her, I think that this would be such a compromise to her respiratory problem, is that it would be very detrimental to her, and I would be extremely afraid that that would be a life-threatening situation for her if she were to be put in that type of situation.
We're going to continue to investigate ways to further qualify what's going on there. Because she's an elephant, this is a real challenge. We're trying to adapt technology which is designed for much smaller individuals to an elephant.
We have kept elephants for a long time in various cold situations and cold climates. Here in Edmonton, in the wintertime now, we've had a concern about the lack of space for her to get exercise, but she does go outside quite regularly, or she has all along gone out quite regularly during the winter, and she actually enjoys it.
Dr. Oosterhuis made some recommendations for Lucy's care, in that he wanted us to be able to provide an exercise facility for her that will be available to her on those coldest days of the winter where we don't let her outside. So to that end, we've built a sprung structure which is insulated and heated and well lit, that she can go into and exercise even on those coldest winter days. One of the great things about this new facility is that we've got a tremendous depth of sand in there, and walking in there, it's a very soft substrate, and which is something that'll be very comfortable for Lucy.
I think that that's a very good structure for her to get exercise in, and the keepers work with her to make sure that she does get her exercise. With the respiratory problem always in their mind, when she starts to have a respiratory problem, then everything slows down, and this is they're very conscious of that. The concern, of course, for a lot of folks is Lucy being a single elephant, and the thing that you have to keep in mind is that yes, elephants are social, but they also feel that part of their social structure is the folks that are around them, the people that care for them. Anytime you have a single elephant with dedicated staff, you end up with a very, very strong bond between the animal and the folks, the keepers that take care of her. And that's very evident here with how easy she is to work around, how easy she is to be around, and how she likes her people, she likes attention, and she likes the social structure that she has here. After my visit today and my exam of Lucy and watching her walk, I just can't say enough about the staff here, how well they have taken care of her. The things that they have done have just been spectacular.
We're elated actually for Dr. Oosterhuis to comment on how well she's doing. It's been a challenge for us to achieve all of the goals that he set for us, and we're very glad that we were able to do so. The fact that Lucy is doing as well as she is, given her condition right now, is a testament to the devotion that everybody has to her well-being and how much she means to everybody, and the commitment that we've got to making Lucy's life the best life possible.